Hi, Jefferson families. I just wanted to take my end of the year message to do it in video. We have had an incredible 3 years together, and we have come through some really hard things. We've had a lot of wonderful celebrations together, and I just want to start out by saying how grateful I am that I have gotten to be the principal of Jefferson for the past 3 years, and have just been welcomed in this amazing community. But I want to leave you with a message, kind of how we all started together. In my first year, we looked at unlimited growth and connection, and we really focused on how every student has the potential to just grow as far as they can go up to the sky. And the same thing is true with our staff members here. And then with the connection piece, we want every kid to feel connected here at Jefferson. And even through the pandemic, that was so important to us. And we know that you felt that coming through even the screen when we were all at home. But moving beyond that, learning here at Jefferson is truly a magical place. You can see learning at Jefferson is magic, and that is a video that's linked in my newsletter today that our fifth graders made. But I want to leave everyone with a really important message that also goes along with celebrating the uniqueness of every single student here. And so I'm going to start with reading Going Places. And in fact, this book was given to me earlier this week, and I was so inspired by it that I felt like I needed to read it to the community today. So thank you to that very special person. So Going Places by Peter and Paul Reynolds. Raphael had been waiting all year long for the Going Places contest, a chance to build a go-kart, race it, and win. When their teacher announced who would like the first kit, Raphael's hand shot up. The rest of the class watched enviously as Raphael walked back to his seat with a kit. Mrs. Chanda assured him, "Don't worry, you'll all be getting one." That's pretty big, huh? And they're all exactly alike. The kit came with a set of precise instructions. That made Raphael happy. He was very good at following directions. Raphael hammered, glued, nailed, and assembled his kit. His go-kart looked just like the one in the directions. He was feeling quite proud. Raphael wondered how his classmate Maya was doing. She lived right next door. He peered over the fence. "Hey, Maya, you haven't even started." Maya didn't respond. She was so intent on watching the bird in front of her and quickly sketching it that she didn't even notice Raphael. Then she just put down her pencil and stared at the bird dreamily. Raphael shrugged and let her be. The next morning, Raphael checked back in to see how Maya was doing. "Wow, what is that?" he asked. Maya grinned. "You like it?" Raphael responded slowly. "Yeah, extremely cool, but Maya, there's just one little problem. It's not a go-kart." Maya smiled. "Who said it had to be a go-kart?" Raphael was confused. The set of instructions inside the box were for a go-kart, but then again, they didn't say it had to be a go-kart. He looked again at Maya's contraption. After a moment, he grinned. "I get it. Hey, Maya, I really want to win this race. The instructions never said we couldn't team up either." And so they did, working late into the evening. Isn't it wonderful to team up with somebody else? The next day, everyone gathered for the big race. Each go-kart was a perfect replica of the other. Going Places contest. Except one. One of the kids laughed. "Looks like you had trouble with the Going Places instructions. You're going places all right. You're going to lose." Bet you've got some predictions right now as to what's going to happen. Maya and Raphael didn't even have time to respond because the announcer's big, boomy voice called out, "Attention racers, start your engines. 4, 3, 2, 1. A buzzer sounded, and they're off! While all the other go-karts disappeared in a cloud of dust, Maya just sat there in their motionless vehicle. Raphael shouted over the roar of engines and cheering crowds, "Maya, what are we waiting for?" "No worries, Raphael," Maya answered. Flaps down, throttle up. And now they took off into the air. The other contestants looked up in amazement. Maya and Raphael hovered and then sped past them all. Before long, Maya and Raphael coasted across the finish line to the cheers of the waiting crowd. Finished. They kept rolling clear across the race grounds. Maya slammed the brakes, stopping just short of the lake at the edge of the school field. Raphael noticed a startled frog leap away from a lily pad and dive into the water. He raised his eyebrow and looked at Maya. She smiled. Raphael, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Raphael just nodded. Are you ready for this? Is that what you were thinking? To all the great thinkers who have gone above and beyond, and especially to Dan LeClaire, our 10th grade social studies teacher who dared us to have original ideas from Peter and Paul. So I want to leave you with this. Each of you is unique and wonderful and magical, and the ideas that you have in your brain are going to take you so far. So don't lose those ideas. And when you have an idea that just wants to follow you, keep going with it, even if everyone is doing the same thing. Your special gifts and talents are here for a reason, and you're going to make a big impact on the world, whatever you do. And I'm so glad that I've gotten to be a part of the Jefferson journey and a little part of your journey in life. Thank you so much. Have a great summer, everyone.